శాంతాకారం భుజగశయనం పద్మనాభం సురేశం విశ్వాకారం గగనసదృశం మేఘవర్ణం శుభాంగం లక్ష్మీకాంతం కమలనయనం యోగి హృద్యానగమ్యం వందే విష్ణుం భవభయహరం సర్వలోకైకనాథం. Dear Bhagavad Bandhus, we are welcoming you all for today's live streaming from our Setutirtha Kshetram, Bridgewater, Sri Venkateswara Temple, New Jersey. Now we are starting with Sri Satyanarayana Swamy Puja. Please all of you keep watching and seek blessings from Sri Satyanarayana Swamy. Thank you and God bless you. Purvokta Sankalpidevangana Visheshana Visishtayamasyaam Subhatidhau गोत्रोद्भवस्य भारद्वाज गोत्रोद्भवस्य उमालक्ष्मी सुब्बाराव नरसिंहनामधेयस्य सह कुटुम्बानां श्रीमान्यमानस्य शिवगोत्रोद्भवस्य दामोदरं कृत्तिका नक्षत्रजातस्य सह कुटुम्बानां पशुपनीटिगोत्रोद्भवस्य नवीन रेखा रौनक आतिष्नामधेयस्य सह कुटुम्बानां रेचर्लगोत्रोद्भवस्य मनोज कुमार ज्येष्ठा नक्षत्रजातस्य विजयलक्ष्मी अनुराधा नक्षत्रजातस्य रश्मि भावना उत्तराषाढा नक्षत्रजातस्य अग्रण्य शौर्या पूर्वा भाद्रा नक्षत्रजातस्य सह कुटुम्बानां सबान्धवानां क्षेमस्थैर्यधैर्यवीर्यविजयभयारोग्य ऐश्वर्य धनधान्यपुत्रपौत्राभिवृद्ध्यर्थं मनोवाञ्छाफलसिद्ध्यर्थं श्री सत्यनारायण व्रत पूजाञ्चाद्याचार्य श्रीहस्तेन कारयिष्ये. నేను చెప్తాను.
ओम अयं मुहूर्तः सुमुहूर्तो अस्तु. ओम नमः सदसे नमः सदस्पदये नमः सखीनां पुरोगाणां चक्षुषे नमो दिवे नमः पृथिव्यै सप्रदशभां मे गोपाय तेजसभ्यास्सभासदः तानिन्द्रियावदः कुरु सर्वमायुरुपासतां. सर्वेभ्यः श्रीवैष्णवेभ्यो महाभागवतेभ्यो नमः. नमस्कारं कुर्यात्. All of you do namaskaram. Please repeat. Om Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopa Shantaye Yasyadvirada वक्त्राद्याः पारिषद्याः परशतं विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनं तमाश्रये सर्वमङ्गला माङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. ओम लक्ष्मी नारायणाभ्यां नमः. ओम उमामहेश्वराभ्यां नमः। ओम वाणी हिरण्यगर्भाभ्यां नमः। ओम शचीपुरंदराभ्यां नमः। ओम अरुंधति वसिष्ठाभ्यां नमः। ओम श्री सीतारामाभ्यां नमः। ओम सर्वेभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो महाजनेभ्यो नमो नमः इति नमस्कारं कुर्यात्। ततः please all of you do आचमनम. Please repeat Om Achyutaya Namaha. Drink the water. Om Anantaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. Wash your hands and wash. Achyutaya Namaha. Drink 3 times and wash your hands. Please repeat Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Madhusudanaya Namaha. Om Trivikramaya Namaha. Om Vamanaya Namaha. Om Sridharaya Namaha. Om Rishikeshaya Namaha. Om Padmanabhaya Namaha. Om Damodaraya Namaha. Om Sri Vasudevaya Namaha. All of you take some akshatas. Uttishtantu, please repeat. Om Uttishtantu Bhutapishachaha Yete Bhumibharakaha Etesham Avirodhena Brahma Karma Samarabhet. All of you throw your backside and please repeat. Om Prithivyaha Meroho Prushtarashihi Kurmo Devata Sutalam Chandaha Asane Viniyogaha Ananta Asanaya Namaha Pranavasya Parabrahma Rishihi Paramatma Devata Daivi Gayatri Chandaha Pranayami Viniyogaha. All of you do pranayamam. Hold your breath and repeat your inside Omkaram. Om Bhu Om Bhuvaha Bhogum Suvaha Om Maha Brahma Bhur Bhuvastu Varom. All of you keep like this and repeat the Sankalpam. Om Shri Govinda 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 Asya Sri Mahavishnoho Agneya Pravartamanasya Adya Brahmanaha Dvitiya Parardhe Sri Shweta Varaha Kalpe Vaivaswata Manvantare Kali Yuge Prathama Pade Krauncha Dvipe Aindra Varshe Ramanaka Khande Uttara Amarikaya Setu Tirtha Kshetre Satyanarayana Puja Mandape Venkateshwara Swamy Sannidhau Asmin Vartamana Vyavaharika Chandramanena Prabhavadi Shashti Samvatsarana Madhye Shobhakrut Nama Samvatsare Dakshinayane Varsharuto Bhadrapada Mase Krishna Bakshe अद्या तृतीयायां शुभतिथौ वासरः स्थिरवासरे शुभवासरे शुभनक्षत्रे शुभयोगे शुभकरणे एवं गुणा विशेषणा विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ. All of you repeat your gotram and your name yourself. And please repeat the sankalpam. Mama kshema sthairya dhairya virya vijaya abhaya ayuhu arogya aishwarya siddhyartham samasta mangala avapyartham sankalpita Shri Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Swaminaha Anugrahena Mama Ayuhu Arogya Aishwarya Dhanadhanya Putra Bautra Siddhyartham Sarva Abhishta Phala Siddhyartham Manaha Sankalpa Siddhyartham Sankalpita Shri Rama Sahita Veeravenkata Satyanarayana Swaminaha Anugraha Siddhyartham Shri Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Swaminaha Vrata Puja Karishye. All of you take some akshatas and take some water, leave in the bowl, akshatas and water together. Om Sri Rama Sai Satyanarayana Swaminaha Vrata Pujam Karishye Tadanga Kalasha Aradhanam Karishye. All of you keep your hands on the water bowl. Om Gange Jayamune Jaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jaletmin Sannidhim Guru. Right hand. Kaveri Tungabhadra Krishnaveni Cha Gautami Bhagirathi Pravikhyata Panchaganga Prakirtidaha Ayantu Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Pujartham Durudakshaya Karakaha Kalasodakena Puja Dravyani Sambrokshya Devam Atmanam Sambrokshya. All of you repeat Om Pundarikakshaya Namaha Pundarikakshaya Namaha Pundarikakshaya Namaha. Bring the water on your head. Now we are starting Mahaganapati Puja. All of you take some akshatas. Pray to Lord Mahaganapati. Om Ganana Antva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinamubhamasravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspada Anashrunvan Notiviseda Sadhanam. All of you repeat Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvikhnam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Maha Ganadhipataye Namaha Dhyayami. Offer the akshatas to Lord Ganapati. Om Maha Ganadhipataye Namaha Ratnakrita Simhasanam Samarpayami. Om, please repeat. Om Maha Ganadhipataye Namo Namaha Arkyam Samarpayami. All of you offer some water. Om, please repeat. Om Mahaganadhipataye Namo Namaha Padyam Samarpayami. Om Mahaganadhipataye Namo Namaha Snanam Samarpayami. Om Ganapataye Namo Namaha Shuddha Achamaniyam Samarpayami. Om महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः अक्षतान् समर्पयामि ऑफर सम अक्षतास ओम महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः कुंकुमादि परिमल द्रव्याणि समर्पयामि all of you offer some kunkuma ओम अहिर्व भोगैः परयेति बाहुं ध्यायायेतिं परिबाधमानः हस्तघ्नो विश्वावयनान् विद्वान् पुमान् पुमाकुं संपरिबाधु विश्वतः ओम प्लीज रिपीट ओम महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः पुष्पैः पूजयामि all of you take akshatas and flower whatever you have. Please repeat to our inside Om Ganapataye Namaha and do Archana. Om, please all of you repeat Om Sumukhaya Namaha, Om Ekadantaya Namaha, Om Kapilaya Namaha, Om Gajakarnikaya Namaha, Om Lambodaraya Namaha, Om विकटाय नमः ओम विघ्नराजाय नमः ओम धूमकेतवे नमः ओम गणाध्यक्षाय नमः ओम फालचंद्राय नमः ओम गजाननाय नमः ओम वक्रतुंडाय नमः ओम शूर्पकर्णाय नमः ओम हेरंबाय नमः ओम स्कंधपूर्वजाय नमः ओम सर्वसिद्धि प्रदायकाय नमः ओम महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः ओम महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः धूपम समर्पयामि all of you do नमस्कारम ओम जनयन्त देवाः ओम महागणाधिपतये नमः प्रत्यक्षदेवं संदर्शयामि ओम उद्देश्यवेदो बद्धन्निरुत्तमः जीवनं चतुर्दशा उपदीपानन्तरं शुद्धा आचमनीयं समर्पयामि प्लीज रिपीट ओम महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः नैवेद्यं समर्पयामि all of you take banana fruit put front of the Mahaganapati Om Mahaganaधिपतये नमः फलनैवेद्यं समर्पयामि all of you show like this Om प्राणाय स्वाहा Om पानाय स्वाहा Om ज्ञानाय स्वाहा Om उदानाय स्वाहा Om समानाय स्वाहा Om ब्रह्मणे नमः देवानि समर्पयामि भोजनं समर्पयामि हस्तौ प्रक्षालयामि पादौ प्रक्षालयामि ताम्बूलं समर्पयामि प्लीज रिपीट ओम महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः सुवर्ण मंत्रपुष्प दक्षिणा समर्पयामि all of you offer some akshatas please repeat om महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः मंगला नीराजनं समर्पयामि Now you do namaskar. Om Namo ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात्। ओम महागणाधिपतये नमः। सुप्रीताः सुप्रसन्नाः वरदा भवन्तु। जय बोल गणेश महाराज की। अनया ध्यान वाहना जोड़ोदार पूजया। All of you take some akshatas and please repeat. Om mantrahinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam ganeshwara yatpujitam maya deva paripurnam tadastute anena maha ganadhipati supriyatam. Offer the akshatas to Lord's Mahaganapati. ओम यत्र पूर्वे साध्याः सन्ति देवाः शोभनार्थे क्षेमाय पुनरागमनाय च महागणाधिपतये नमः। सुप्रीताः सुप्रसन्नाः वरदा भवन्तु। महागणाधिपति प्रसाद सिद्धिरस्तु। All of you take akshatas from Lord Mahaganapati and put your head, drop your head and your children's house. To your children's. Om Shatamanam Bhavati Shatayu Purushasathindriya Ayushyevendriye Pratitishthati Mahaganadhipati Prasada Phalasiddhirastu. Jai Bol Ganesh Maharaj ki. Bol Satyanarayana Bhagavani ki. Om. Now we are starting Navagraha Aradhana. All of you take some akshatas. Please repeat. Om Surya Arishthetu Sambrapte Surya Pujancha Karayet Surya Dhyanam Pravakshyami Atma Pidopa Shantaye. Om सूर्याय नमः। सूर्यग्रहं आवाहयामि। Offer the akshatas to Lord's feet. Satyanarayana Swamy photo. Take again. Please repeat. Om Chandra Arishthetu Sambrapte Chandra Pujancha Karayet Chandra Dhyanam Pravakshyami Manaha Pidopa Shantaye. Om Chandraya Namaha. Chandragraham Avahayami. Offer the akshatas and take again. Om Kuja Arishthetu Sambrapte Kuja Pujancha Karayet Kuja Dhyanam Pravakshyami Roga Pidopa Shantaye. Om Kujaya Namaha. Angaragagraham Avahayami. Take again. Om Buddha Arishthetu Sambrapte Buddha Pujancha Karayet Buddha Dhyanam Pravakshyami Buddhi Pidopa Shantaye. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Buddhagraham Avahayami. Om Guru Arishthetu Sambrapte Guru Pujancha Karayet Guru Dhyanam Pravakshyami Putra Pidopa Shantaye. Om Bruhaspataye Namaha. Bruhaspatigraham Avahayami. Om Shukra Arishthetu Sambrapte Shukra Pujancha Karayet Shukra Dhyanam Pravakshyami Kalatra पीडोपा शान्तये ॐ शुक्राय नमः शुक्रग्रहम् आवाहयामि ॐ शनि अरिष्टेतु सम्प्राप्ते शनिपूजाञ्च कारयेत् शनिध्यानं प्रवक्ष्यामि प्राणा पीडोपा शान्तये ॐ शनिग्रहाय नमः शनिग्रहम् आवाहयामि ॐ राहु अरिष्टेतु सम्प्राप्ते राहुपूजाञ्च कारयेत् राहुध्यानं प्रवक्ष्यामि चक्षुपीडोपा शान्तये ॐ राहवे नमः राहुग्रहम् आवाहयामि ॐ केतु अरिष्टेतु सम्प्राप्ते केतुपूजाञ्च कारयेत् केतुध्यानं प्रवक्ष्यामि ज्ञान पीडोपा शान्तये ॐ केतवे नमः केतुग्रहम् आवाहयामि. All of you do namaskaram and repeat. Om Adityaya cha Somaya Mangalaya Budhaya cha Guru Shukra Shanibhyascha Rahave Ketave Namo Namaha Adityadi Navagraha Devatabhyo Namo Namaha. Now we are starting Ashtadikpalaka Puja. Please take some akshatas. Om Indram vo Daspari Havamahe Janebhyaha Asmakamastu Kevalaha. Please repeat. Om Indraya Namaha Avahayami. Om Agnaye Namaha Avahayami. Om Yamaya Namaha Avahayami. Om Nirurutaye Namaha Avahayami. Om Varunaya Namaha Avahayami. Om Vayave Namaha Avahayami. Om Kuberaya Namaha Avahayami. Om Ishanaya Namaha Avahayami. Ashtadikpalaka Devatabhyo Namo Namaha Avahayami. Sthapayami Pujayami. Now we are calling Satyanarayana Swamy. Please all of you take some akshatas and flower. Please repeat the shlokam. Om Jitante Pundarikaksha Namaste Vishwabhavana Namaste Stu Rishikesha Mahapurusha Purvaja Lakshmi Narayano Divyadambati Jagatambati Sharanyo Sharanam Yami Sarva Abhishta Phalaprado Shri Rama Sahita Veeravenkada Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Pray to Lord Satyanarayana Swami, you are inside. Om Narayanaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. Om Mahadevye Vidmahe Vishnu Patni Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayat. Please repeat. Om Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Dhyayami Avahayami. Offer the akshatas to Lord Satyanarayana Swami. Om Rama Sahita सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः आसनं समर्पयामि offer some akshatas please repeat om रमा सहिता सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः हस्तयोः अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि all of you offer the water 3 times अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि पाद्यं समर्पयामि आचमनीयं समर्पयामि स्नानं समर्पयामि ओम आपो जनयधाचनः प्लीज ऑल ऑफ यू रिपीट ओम रमा सहिता सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः पंचामृता स्नानं समर्पयामि now we are starting panchamrita abhishekam all of you do namaskaram बोल सत्यनारायण भगवान की रमा सहिता सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः पंचामृता स्नानं समर्पयामि please all of you repeat to our inside om narayanaaya namaha during abhishekam ओम रमा सहिता सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः पंचामृत अभिषेकाख्यं कर्म करिष्ये ओम सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात् सभूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठद्दशाङ्गुलं पुरुष एवेदगुं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यम् उतामृतत्वस्येषानः यदन्नेनातिरो अति एतावानस्य महिमा अदोज्यायागुष्ठपूरुषः पादोऽस्य विश्वाभूतानि त्रिपादस्यामृतं दिवि त्रिपादोर्ध्वबुधैत्पुरुषः पादोऽस्येहा भवात् पुनः ततो विश्वं व्यक्रामतो ताशनानशने अभि तस्माद्विराड जायता विराजो अधिपूरुषः स जातो अत्यरिच्यत पश्चात् भूमिमधो पुरः यत्पुरुषेण हविषा देवा यज्ञमतन्वता वसन्तो अस्य सीदाज्यम् ग्रीष्मयुग्मः शरद्भविः सप्तास्यासन् परिधयः त्रिसप्तसमिदः कृताः देवायज्ञं तन्वाणाः अबध्नन् पुरुषं वशुं तं यज्ञं बर्हिषि प्रोक्षन् पुरुषं जातमग्रतः तेन देवा अयजन्त साध्या ऋषयश्च ये ॐ मनजः काममाकोतिं वाचः सत्यमशीमहि पशूनां रूपमन्नस्य मयि श्रयतां यशः कर्दमेन प्रजा भूता मयि सम्भव कर्दम श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनी आपसृजन्तु स्निग्धानि चिक्लीतवस मे गृहे निच देवीं मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले आर्द्रां पुष्करिणीं पुष्टिं सुवर्णां हेममालिनीं सूर्यां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो ममावह आर्द्रां यःकरिणीं यष्टिं पिङ्गलां पद्ममालिनीं चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो ममावह तां मआवह जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावो दास्योऽश्वान् विन्देयं पुरुषानहं पद्मप्रिये पद्मिनि पद्महस्ते पद्मालये पद्मदलायताक्षी विश्वप्रिये विष्णुमनोनुकूले त्वत्पादपद्मं मयि सन्निधत्स्व श्रिये जातश्रिय आनिर्याय श्रियं वयोजनेतृभ्यो दधातु श्रियं वसाना अमृतत्वमायनु भवन्ति सत्यः समिधा मितद्योनो श्रिय एवैनं दत्श्रिया मा दधाति सन्ततमृजावषत्कृतं सन्धत्तं सन्धीयते प्रजया पशुभिः य एवं वेद ॐ महादेव्यै च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुं सस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धस्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति न बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मणे नमो अस्त्वग्नये नमः पृथिव्यै नमो ओषधीभ्यः नमो वाचे नमो वाचस्पतये नमो विष्णवे बृहते करोमि प्लीज ऑल ऑफ यू रिपीट ॐ तमासहिता सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः स्नानानन्तरं शुद्धा आचमनीयं समर्पयामि all of you offer some water ॐ रमा सहिता सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः कुंकुमादि द्रव्याणि समर्पयामि all of you offer some kumkum please repeat ॐ रमा सहिता सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः पुष्पैः पूजयामि Om. Now we are starting Satyanarayana Swamy Archana Puja. All of you take flowers and akshatas. Repeat to our inside Om Narayanaya Namaha and do Archana. Om Kesavaya Namaha Om Narayanaya Namaha Om Madhavaya Namaha Om Govindaya Namaha Om Vishnave Namaha Om Madhusudanaya Namaha Om Trivikramaya Namaha Om वामनाय नमः ओम श्रीधराय नमः ओम ऋषिकेशाय नमः ओम पद्मनाभाय नमः ओम दामोदराय नमः ओम नारायणाय नमः ओम नराय नमः ओम सौरये नमः ओम चक्रबाणये नमः ओम जनार्दनाय नमः ओम वासुदेवाय नमः ओम ज्ञानपञ्जराय नमः ओम श्रीवल्लभाय नमः ओम जगन्नाथाय नमः ओम चतुर्मूर्तये नमः ओम व्योमकेशाय नमः ओम ऋषिकेशाय नमः ओम शंकराय नमः ओम गरुड़ध्वजाय नमः ओम नारसिंहाय नमः ओम महादेवाय नमः ओम स्वयंभवे नमः ओम भुवनेश्वराय नमः ओम श्रीधराय नमः ओम देवकी पुत्राय नमः ओम पार्थसारथये नमः ओम अच्युताय नमः ओम ज्ञानपञ्जराय नमः ओम परञ्ज्योतिषे नमः ओम आत्मज्योतिषे नमः ओम अचंचलाय नमः ओम श्रीवत्सांकाय नमः ओम अखिलाधाराय नमः ओम सर्वलोकपतिप्रभवे नमः ओम त्रिविक्रमाय नमः ओम त्रिधाम्ने नमः ओम करुणाकराय नमः ओम त्रिकालज्ञानाय नमः ओम सर्वज्ञाय नमः ओम सर्वगाय नमः ओम सर्वस्मै नमः ओम सर्वेशाय नमः ओम सर्वदाक्षिकाय नमः ओम हरये नमः ओम शार्ङ्गिणे नमः ओम शेषाय नमः ओम हलायुधाय नमः ओम सहस्रबाहवे नमः ओम अव्यक्ताय नमः ओम अक्षराय नमः ओम क्षराय नमः ओम गजारिघ्नाय नमः ओम केशवाय नमः ओम केशिमर्दनाय नमः ओम गैडभारये नमः ओम अविद्यालये नमः ओम कामदाय नमः ओम कमलेक्षणाय नमः ओम हंसशत्रवे नमः ओम धर्मशत्रवे नमः ओम काकुत्साय नमः ओम खगवाहनाय नमः ओम नीलाम्बुदत्युदये नमः ओम नित्याय नमः ओम नित्यदृप्ताय नमः ओम नित्यानन्दाय नमः ओम सुराध्यक्षाय नमः ओम निर्विकल्पाय नमः ओम निरञ्जनाय नमः ओम ब्रह्मण्याय नमः ओम पृथिवीनाथाय नमः ओम वेदगर्भाय नमः ओम गुहाश्रयाय नमः ओम वेदवादये नमः ओम विभवे नमः ओम विष्णवे नमः ओम श्रीमते नमः ओम त्रैलोक्यभूषणाय नमः ओम यज्ञमूर्तये नमः ओम अमीयात्मने नमः ओम वरदाय नमः ओम वासवानुजाय नमः ओम विदितेन्द्रियाय नमः ओम जितक्रोधाय नमः ओम समदृष्टये नमः ओम ज्ञानपञ्जराय नमः ओम श्रीवत्सवक्षसे नमः ओम जितेन्द्रियाय नमः ओम भक्तप्रियाय नमः ओम जगत्पूज्याय नमः ओम परमात्मने नमः ओम परञ्ज्योतिषे नमः ओम असुरान्तकाय नमः ओम सर्वलोकानामन्तकाय नमः ओम अनन्ताय नमः ओम अनन्तविक्रमाय नमः ओम मायाधाराय नमः ओम निराधाराय नमः ओम सर्वाधाराय नमः ओम धराधराय नमः ओम निष्कलङ्काय नमः ओम निष्प्रपञ्चाय नमः ओम निराभासाय नमः ओम निरामयाय नमः ओम भक्तवश्याय नमः ओम जगत्पूज्याय नमः ओम पुण्यकीर्तये नमः ओम त्रिकालज्ञानाय नमः ओम विष्टरस्रवसे नमः ओम चतुर्बाहवे नमः ओम ऑल ऑफ यू रिपीट ओम रमा सहिता सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः पुष्पैः पूजयामि रमा सहिता सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः कुंकुमादि परिमल द्रव्येण महालक्ष्मी अर्चनम समर्पयामि. All of you do archana with kumkuma. Now we are starting Mahalakshmi Archana. Please repeat your inside Om Mahalakshmi Namaha and do archana. Om Prakrutye Namaha Om Vikrutye Namaha Om Vidyaye Namaha Om Sarvabhuta Hitapradaye Namaha Om Tirthaye Namaha Om Vibhutye Namaha Om Sarabhye Namaha Om Paramatmikaye Namaha Om Vache Namaha Om Batmalayaye Namaha Om Batmaye Namaha Om शुचये नमः ओम स्वाहाये नमः ओम सुधाये नमः ओम सुधाये नमः ओम धन्याय नमः ओम हिरण्मये नमः ओम लक्ष्मी नमः ओम नित्यपुष्टाय नमः ओम विभावर्ये नमः ओम आदित्ये नमः ओम दित्ये नमः ओम दीप्ताय नमः ओम वसुधाय नमः ओम वसुधारण्ये नमः ओम कमलाय नमः ओम कान्ताय नमः ओम क्षमाय नमः ओम क्षीरोदसंभवाय नमः ओम अनुग्रहपराय नमः ओम वृद्धये नमः ओम अनघाय नमः ओम हरिवल्लभाय नमः ओम अशोकाय नमः ओम अमृताय नमः ओम दीप्ताय नमः ओम लोकशोकविनाशिन्यै नमः ओम धर्मनिलयाय नमः ओम करुणाय नमः ओम लोकमात्रे नमः ओम पद्मप्रियाय नमः ओम पद्महस्ताय नमः ओम पद्माक्षे नमः ओम पद्मसुन्दर्ये नमः ओम पद्मोद्भवाय नमः ओम पद्ममुख्ये नमः ओम पद्मनाभप्रियाय नमः ओम तमायै नमः ओम पद्ममालाधराय नमः ओम देव्यै नमः ओम पद्मिन्यै नमः ओम पद्मगन्धिन्यै नमः ओम पुण्यगन्धाय नमः ओम सुप्रसन्नाय नमः ओम प्रसादाय विमुख्यै नमः ओम प्रभाय नमः ओम चन्द्रवदनाय नमः ओम चन्द्राय नमः ओम चन्द्रसहोदर्यै नमः ओम चतुर्भुजाय नमः ओम चन्द्ररूपाय नमः ओम इन्दिराय नमः ओम इन्दुशीतलाय नमः ओम माक्लाजरण्यै नमः ओम विष्णुये नमः ओम शिवाय नमः ओम शिवकर्यै नमः ओम सत्यै नमः ओम विमलाय नमः ओम शरण्ये नमः ओम दुष्टये नमः ओम दारिद्र्यनाशिन्यै नमः ओं हृदपुष्करिण्यै नमः ओं शान्ताय नमः ओं शुक्लमाल्याम्बराय नमः ओं ध्रियै नमः ओं भास्कर्यै नमः ओं बिल्वनिलयाय नमः ओं वरारोहाय नमः ओं यशस्विन्यै नमः ओं वसुन्धराय नमः ओं उदाराङ्गाय नमः ओं हरिण्यै नमः ओं हेममालिन्यै नमः ओं धनधान्यकर्यै नमः ओं सिद्धये नमः ओं स्त्रैणसौम्याय नमः ओं शुभप्रदाय नमः ओं नृपवेत्मगदानन्दाय नमः ओं वरलक्ष्मी नमः ओं वसुप्रदाय नमः ओं शुभाय नमः ओं हिरण्यप्राकाराय नमः ओं समुद्रतनयाय नमः ओं जयाय नमः ओं मङ्गलदेव्यै नमः ओं विष्णुवक्षस्थलस्थिताय नमः ओं विष्णुपत्न्यै नमः ओं प्रसन्नाक्षे नमः ओं नारायणसमात्रदाय नमः ओं दारिद्र्यध्वंसिन्यै नमः ओं देव्यै नमः ओं सर्वोपद्रववारिण्यै नमः ओं नवदुर्गाय नमः ओं महाकाल्यै नमः ओं ब्रह्मविष्णुशिवात्मिकाय नमः ओं त्रिकालज्ञानसम्पन्नाय नमः ओं भुवनेश्वर्यै नमः ओं श्री महालक्ष्मी नमः ओं श्री भूदेव्यै नमः ओं श्री नीलादेव्यै नमः ओं श्री गोदादेव्यै नमः ओं. Please all of you repeat Om Samasta Parivaraya Sarvadivya Mangala Vigrahaya Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Rama Sahi Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. धूपमाघ्रापयामि. ओम मूर्धानंदिगोरस्मृतिज्ञामि स्वाहा स्वाय धातमहि कलुषद्वादपितृनामामहापात्रं जनयन्तदेवाः दीपं दर्शयामि. ओम श्रीरामेणो भक्तिमा पदोदनमज्जमावः दीपं दर्शोदया दीपदीपान्तरं शुद्धा आत्मनीयं समर्पयामि. Please repeat Om Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Naivedyam Samarpayami. Please all of you open your prasadam box. ओम रमा सहित सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः. नैवेद्यं समर्पयामि प्रोक्ष्या परिचित्या संपाद्येन परिचित्यामि अमृतं भवतु. ओम प्राणाय स्वाहा ओम प्राणाय स्वाहा ओम ज्ञानाय स्वाहा ओम दानाय स्वाहा ओम समानाय स्वाहा ओम ब्रह्मणे नमः. मध्ये देवां समर्पयामि उत्तराभोजनं समर्पयामि हस्तौ प्रक्षालयामि पादौ प्रक्षालयामि. Please all of you repeat Om Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Suvarna Mantra Pushpa Dakshina Samarpayami. All of you offer some akshatas. Please repeat Om Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Mangala Neerajanam Samarpayami. Om Rangavatum Bho Om Namdhadini पठभ्यो मानुहरति ऋषदेव यजमाना आयुर्वेदोद्धाति ओम नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात् ओम महादेव्यै विद्महे रुद्रमन्ये धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात् यत्कान्ताय कल्याणं भजे श्रीवेङ्कटनिवासाय श्रीराजाय मङ्गलम् सत्कृदायास्तु मंगलम। बोल सत्यनारायण भगवान की गोविंदा। All of you take some akshatas and please stand up. Now the mantra pushpam. ओम तद्विष्णो परमं वदगं सदा पश्यन्ति सूरयः दिवेव चक्षुराततं तद्विप्रासो विपन्यवो जागृवागं तस्समिन्धते विष्णोर्यत्पारमं पदम्। ओम यो वां पुष्पं वेद पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति चन्द्रमा वा अपां पुष्पं पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति अग्निर्वा अपामायतनं आयतनवान् भवति वायुर्वा अपामायतनं आयतनवान् भवति असो वेदपुन्नपामायतनं आयतनवान् भवति चन्द्रमा वा अपामायतनं आयतनवान् भवति नक्षत्राणि वा अपामायतनं आयतनवान् भवति पर्जन्यो वा अपामायतनं आयतनवान् भवति संवत्सरो वा अपामायतनं आयतनवान् भवति य एवं वेद योऽप्सुनावं प्रतिष्ठितां वेद प्रत्येव तिष्ठति राजाधिराजाय प्रत्यक्षायिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महि समे कामान् कामकामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वै श्रवणाय महाराजा य नमः। All of you do 3 प्रदक्षिणम्। यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिण पदे पदे पापोऽहं पापकर्माहं पापात्मा पापसम्भवः त्राहि मां कृपया देव शरणागतवत्सल अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष जनार्दन। प्लीज रिपीट। ओम रमा सहित सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमः। सुवर्ण मंत्र पुष्पांजलिं समर्पयामि। Offer the akshatas and do sashtanga namaskaram. Ladies are down on your knees. बोल सत्यनारायण भगवान की। Please all of you sit down. Now we are starting Satyanarayana Swamy Katha. Please all of you take some akshatas. All of you take some akshatas and we are starting Satyanarayana Swamy story. All of you close your eyes and pray to Lord Satyanarayana Swamy in your side, inside and listen the story. Om Sri Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Adha Vratakatha Prarambhaha. Chapter 1. Once Sonaka and 88 other rishis assembled at the forest of Naimisharanya They asked Maharshi Suta, the narrator of the Puranas, O Maharshi, please tell us how mankind can attain salvation. Maharshi Suta answered, once Narada Muni asked Lord Vishnu the same question. I will tell you what Lord Vishnu told Narada. So listen carefully. Once Narada, during one of his travels to the various worlds and came to the earth, there he saw the people suffering as a result of their past deeds. To reduce their sufferings and bring them salvation, Narada went to Vishnu Loka. There he found Lord Vishnu decorated with Shankha, Chakra, Gada and lotus in his four hands and garland around his neck. Narada spoke humbly, O Supreme Lord, the Savior of the poor and the troubled, I surrender at your feet. Lord Vishnu asked Narada, why have you came here? Tell, tell me what you want, and I will fulfill your wishes. Narada replied, O Bhagavan, people on earth are suffering in many ways as a result of their own past sinful deeds. Kindly reveal to me a way to help them. Lord Vishnu replied, O Narada, mankind can rid itself of all its sorrows by performing a puja called Satyanarayana Puja. When performed properly, this puja will bring happiness, peace of mind and wealth in his life and salvation beyond. On hearing this, Narada was filled with joy and addressed the Lord Vishnu. O Lord, please tell me the details of the puja that you just mentioned, when to perform it, how to perform it, and who has performed it before. Lord Vishnu answered, this puja can be performed any month on full moon day. One must gather his friends and relatives, perform the puja with devotion. He should offer fruits, ghee, milk, curd, butter, wheat flour, sugar and honey to the god. After the puja is over, he must read the Satyanarayana Katha and distribute prasad to everybody. When performed in this manner, this puja will bring fulfillment of one's wishes, particularly in the Kali Yuga. This puja bring contentment. Bol Satyanarayana Bhagavani ki. Offer the akshatas to Lord's feet and take again. Chapter 2. Maharshi Suta continued, addressing the assembled rishis. O rishis, I will tell you about people who performed the Satyanarayana Puja in the past. Once there lived a very poor Brahmin in the beautiful city of Kashi. He did not have a food to eat. He used to wander in search of food every day. Lord Vishnu took the form of an old man, appeared before the poor Brahmin and asked, friend, why are you wandering aimlessly? The poor Brahmin replied, Sir, I am a very poor man, unable to bear the hunger. I beg for alms. Sir, can you please show me a way out of this misery? Lord Vishnu, who was in the views of the old man, replied, O Brahmin, Lord Satyanarayana grants his devotees wishes and removes their sorrows. So you should perform his puja and reap its benefits. Lord Vishnu then explained the details of the Satyanarayana Vrata to the poor Brahmin and disappeared. The poor Brahmin immediately decided to perform the puja. After a sleepless night, he got up early in the morning and went to beg for alms. His mind was fixed on only one thing, namely the puja. That day he got lot of money. He bought fruits, milk, curd, honey. He performed the puja with his relatives and friends. With Lord Satyanarayana's grace, he shed his poverty and lived a contented life. Every month on full moon day, he performed the Satyanarayana puja and finally attained moksha. In this manner, Maharshi Suta explained the significations of Satyanarayana puja. The rishis again addressed the Maharshi Suta, O the great one, please tell us about other who had performed the puja. Maharshi Suta continued. One day, when the Brahmin was observing the Satyanarayana Vrata, a woodcutter entered his house and asked for water. He noticed the Brahmin was performing a puja. He asked what the puja was and what good it would bring. The Brahmin replied, this is called Satyanarayana Vrata. Anyone who observes this Vrata will get all riches. I have been bestowed with prosperity. The woodcutter The woodcutter was delighted to hear this. Hear this. He learned the proper way to perform the puja. He also took the prasad that was offered and went his way with Lord Satyanarayana in his mind. The woodcutter decided to would observe the Satyanarayana Vrata, whatever he was going to make by selling firewood that day. He went to the part of the city rich people lived. He sold firewood and made twice the normal profit. Placed with his luck, he bought bananas, sugar, ghee, milk, curd, honey, and wheat flour. He invited his friends and relatives and performed the Satyanarayana Puja. By Lord Narayana's grace, he acquired enough wealth and lived comfortably and attained moksha. Bol Satyanarayana Bhagavan ki. Offer the akshatas and take again. Chapter 3, Maharshi Suta continued. O Rishis, I will now tell you another story. In the olden days, there lived a wise king by the name Ulkamukha. He had mastered all his sense and always spoke truth. He used to go to the temple every day and give gifts to the Brahmins. His lotus-faced wife was a pure and pious woman. One day, the royal couple was performing the Satyanarayana Puja on the banks of the river Bhadrashila. At that time, a merchant called Sadhu sailed by. He saw king perform some puja and stopped his boat. He got off and addressed the king humbly. O king, would you kindly tell me what you are doing with such devotion and concentration? The king replied, O Sadhu, I have no children. I am worshipping the Almighty Lord Satyanarayana so that I may be blessed with children. On hearing this, Sadhu spoke humbly, O king, please tell me how to perform the puja. I would like to observe the vrata as I too have no children. The king told him all the details. Sadhu returned home and with great joy told his wife about Satyanarayana Puja. Then they decided to perform the puja after the child was born. Then by the divine grace, Sadhu's wife Lilavati gave birth to a beautiful daughter. They named the child Kalavati. One day Lilavati reminded her husband of his promise to perform puja. Sadhu told his wife that he would do the puja at the time of his daughter's wedding and got busy with his work. In the meantime, Kalavati grew up into a lovely girl. Sadhu sent out messengers to find a suitable bridegroom for his daughter. Once one of his messengers found a good and natured, handsome boy in a Vaishya's family from Kanchananagar. Sadhu found the boy to be a suitable match for Kalavati and celebrated his daughter's wedding in a grand manner. But Sadhu completely forgot about the Satyanarayana Puja and the angered Lord Satyanarayana. Lord Satyanarayana placed a curse on Sadhu. One day Sadhu went on a business trip with his son-in-law. He stopped to trade at Ratnapura, which was ruled by King Chandraketu. At that time, some thieves robbed the king's treasury and were running away. The king's soldiers chased them. The frightened thieves threw all the valuable they had robbed near Sadhu and escaped. Finding the king's treasure near Sadhu and his son-in-law, the king's soldiers arrested them and brought them to the king. The king ordered them to be chained and thrown into the prison. Because of Lord Narayana's Maya, nobody even listened to what Sadhu had to say in his defense. King Chandraketu also took all their merchandise. Sadhu's wife was also affected by Lord Satyanarayana's curse. Some robbers broke into her house and robbed everything. One day, Sadhu's daughter Kalavati was very hungry and went out in a search of food. She wandered here and there and stopped at a house where Satyanarayana Puja was being performed. She stayed at that place until the puja was over and took the prasad that was offered. When she reached home, it was late night. Lilavati asked her where she had been. Kalavati told her mother that she was listening to Satyanarayana Katha in somebody's house. Then Lilavati reminded her husband's promise to perform the puja. She decided to observe Satyanarayana Vrata herself. She invited all her relatives and friends and prayed to Lord Satyanarayana to forgive their sins. Lord Satyanarayana was pleased with Lilavati's prayers. Lord Satyanarayana appeared in King Chandraketu's dream. He ordered the king to release the two merchants from prison as they were not the real thieves. Lord Satyanarayana warned the king that his kingdom, warned the king that his kingdom, wealth and children would all destroyed if he failed to release Sadhu and his son-in-law. Then next morning, the king told his counselors about his dream. He ordered Sadhu and his son-in-law to be brought before him. Sadhu and his son-in-law were frightened and stood before the king with bowed heads. The king talked to them gently and said, "You two have suffered a great deal because of your fate, but there is nothing to fear." The king returned their merchandise, gave them new clothes and, and lots of gifts, and sent them home. Bol Satyanarayana Bhagavan ki. Offer the akshatas and take again. Chapter 4. Sadhu and son-in-law loaded their boat with the riches given to them by the king and sailed homeward. Lord Satyanarayana wanted to test the Sadhu further. He took the form of sage with a trident. He appeared before Sadhu and asked him what he was carrying in his boat. Sadhu did not realize that the sage was indeed Lord Satyanarayana in disguise. He laughed mockingly and said, "You Brahmin, were you thinking of stealing my things? We do not have any valuables in the boat except empty vessels." The sage replied, "O Sadhu, so be it." The sage then departed and stood by the seashore. Sadhu was horrified when he went into his boat. He saw that the boat was filled with empty vessels, just as he had facetly told the sage. Sadhu, frightened seeing that, he was reviewed by his son-in-law. Son-in-law was said, "This must be the curse of the sage. Let's go to him and ask his forgiveness." The two merchants then went to the seashore where the sage was meditating. They fell at his feet and repeatedly begged for his forgiveness. Pleased by Sadhu's devotion, the sage said, "Sadhu, do not weep. You suffered because you have broken your promise many times." On hearing this, Sadhu realized that sage was Lord Satyanarayana. Said, "O Lord, even Brahma and other devas cannot understand your form completely. With my limited knowledge, how can I? Please show me your true form and bless me." Upon hearing his prayer, God was pleased and granted his wishes, restoring his merchandise in the boat and disappeared. The two merchants then joyfully sailed homeward. On reaching their hometown, they sent a message to their wives about their safe arrival. At that time, Lilavati and Kalavati were performing Satyanarayana Puja. Lilavati quickly finished the puja and asked her daughter to do so. She then hurried to the seashore to meet her husband. Kalavati was eager to meet her husband. She forgot to take the prasad and rushed the seashore. This Angil Lord Satyanarayana his Maya caused the ship and her husband to disappear in the sea. Not finding her husband, Kalavati started weeping. Everyone was wonderstruck and frightened. Sadhu did not know what to do. Thinking that it was Lord Satyanarayana's Maya, he announced that he would perform Satyanarayana Puja and pray to the Lord. Lord Satyanarayana was very pleased with Sadhu's devotion and said, O Sadhu, your daughter did not take the prasad in the hurry to see her husband, so I made him and the boat disappear. Let her go home, take the prasad and return. On hearing this, Kalavati went home and took the prasad. When she returned the seashore, she found her husband and the boat to be safe. Then Sadhu returned home happily. He performed Satyanarayana Puja every full moon day with his relatives and friends. With God's grace, he enjoyed all the comforts in his world and finally attained salvation. Bol Satyanarayana Bhagavan ki. Offer the Akshatas and take again. Chapter 5. Maharshi Suta continued. Let me tell you another story of king named Tungadvaja who suffered a lot after refusing the Satyanarayana Prasad. One day after hunting, the king was resting under a shady tree. Some cowherds were happily performing Satyanarayana Puja nearby. The king refused the prasad offered by cowherds. When he reached his place, he found that his kingdom, his 100 sons, his wealth, and everything vanished. Then it occurred to him that Lord Satyanarayana was probably angry with him. He went back to the cowherds, prayed to Lord Satyanarayana, and performed the puja with great devotion. Lord Satyanarayana showered his blessings, and the king regained everything he had lost earlier. He lived happily and ultimately reached Vaikuntha. Maharishi Suta said, O holy man, I have narrated to you the Satyanarayana Katha, which was originally told by Lord Vishnu to Narada Muni. By observing this vrata, mankind can attain salvation. In this Kali Yuga, observance of the vrata can lead of fulfillment of one's wishes. This ended the narration of Maharishi Suta, after which Shaunaka and other rishis returned their respective places. Bol Satyanarayana Bhagavan ki. Adha Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Vratagadha Samaptaha. Please all of you stand up. Now the Mahaharati. ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे भल पावे दुख बिनु दे मन का स्वामी दुख बिनु से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, कष्ट मिटे धन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। माता पिता तुम मेरे शरण गौ मुझ सकी, स्वामी शरण गौ मुझ सकी। तुम बिना और न दूजा, प्रभु बिना और न दूजा, आसु कर मगे सकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम पुराण परमात्मा, तुम अंतर्यामी, स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश। तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पालन करता, स्वामी तुम पालन करता। मैं मोरग कल स्वामी, मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी, कृपा करो भरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम हो ये को अगोचर, सबके प्राणपति, स्वामी सबके प्राणपति। किसी विधि मिलूं दयामय, किसी विधि मिलूं दयामय, मुको मई कुमति। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। दीन बंधु दुख हरता, तुमरा गुरु मेरे, स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे। अपने हाथ बढ़ावो, अपने प्रेम बढ़ावो, द्वार बढ़ा दे रे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। विषय विकारुणिकावो, पाप हरो देवा, स्वामी कष्ट हरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ाओ, संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश। धन मन धन सब कुछ है तेरा, स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा। तेरा तुझको अर्पण, तेरा तुझको अर्पण, क्या लागे मेरा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश। नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम। ओम जय जगदीश हे। जय बोल सत्यनारायण भगवान की। गोविंदा। ఇంకేమున్నాయి? Dear devotees, we are concluding this evening live telecast right now. We will get back to you tomorrow morning, 10:30 Sri Maha Ganapati Abhishekam. So please all of you keep watching and seek blessing Sri Venkateshwara Swamy and Sri Shankaranarayana Swamy and Sri Satyanarayana Swamy. Thank you and God bless you.